Welcome back to Q&A Wednesdays with Kent, teacher Kent here, and here we have for today, third, we did already last time introduce this channel, games, kids games. Number 3 here, should students take the EIKEN test? What do you think? So the EIKEN test is, should explain what the EIKEN test is in case you haven't lived or grown up in Japan. The EIKEN test is a kind of test like international, like TOEIC and TOEFL. It's a kind of level test, but where the TOEIC or TOEFL gives you the level like 300, 400, it gives you a number. The EIKEN test is pass or fail. So from elementary age and junior high school, it's matching it's made by a nonprofit in Tokyo, but it's actually it's halfway government. So the government is trying to match the curriculum of Japan to this test, and they match the levels. So for example, EIKEN 5 would be first year junior high, EIKEN 4 would be second year junior high, EIKEN 3 is third year junior high, and so on as you go up. But the question that I get a lot, at least once a year, or if not once a season, is should my kid, should my child, should they take the EIKEN or not? What do you think? So the answer is on any test, but EIKEN especially, because it's pushed so hard in Japan by your classmates. Because when your classmates get it, oh, my classmate got the EIKEN, so I got to get it. Or sometimes teachers might recommend, like, oh, you're doing good in this class. Why don't you take EIKEN 3 or EIKEN 4? Like, go ahead of your year. So EIKEN 5, like I said, it's first year junior high. So, oh, why don't you take EIKEN 3? So you're 2 years ahead. So it's interesting. My opinion on this test in particular is that it's not an achievement test. It should be treated as a motivation test. So what do I mean by that? So an achievement test, the job of EIKEN is not to tell you you speak English or you understand English, yes or no, which is actually what most parents think of what it does. Is it's pass or fail. Wow, my kid can do English, my kid can't do English. I don't think that should be the main point. The main point, I think, should be, as I said, a motivation test. Because if your child, back to this question, should they take it or not? If you're going to take it, of course, always study for it. But if your child decides to take it and they don't study enough, or they do study enough, but if they take the test and they fail it, well, what happened? They just lost their motivation. So it shouldn't be about you bragging to your classmates like, oh, I got EIKEN 5 or I got EIKEN 3. It should be about whether you can pass or not. So as a parent, if you think your child has a strong chance to pass it, I would say at least 90%. If you have a 90%, if you're 90% confident that your child can pass the EIKEN, then yes, go ahead and take it. Because then, of course, what it's doing is it's increasing the child's motivation. Well, how? I got mom, or dad, hey, I got EIKEN 4. And then they'll try to study harder. So when they take it, any of these achievement tests should be treated as motivation tests. If they do the opposite, if they take it and they fail, oh, I can't believe it, I failed the test. So of course, what did it do? It drained their motivation. So if you want your kid to be more motivated to study and you're 90% sure they'll pass it, then yes, take the EIKEN test. But if you're not confident they'll pass it, or you're not confident they'll study hard enough to take it, so of course you should never show up to any test without studying for it, then of course you should watch out and be careful. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. It should be a personal decision made at your house, but you should only do it if you are strongly confident that it's going to pass. Then, of course, the child will be like, whoa, I passed it. Okay, let's go to the next EIKEN. Let's go to the next EIKEN. Let's try harder. I want to try harder. So, to summarize, of course, take it if you want to child to build confidence and you're sure they can pass it. If you're not 100% sure, like you can take a practice test at home, so you can see how they're doing on the practice test. If they're not doing good, then it's a waste of time and money to send them there, and they'll be less motivated in the future, so they'll study English less. So it will have the opposite effect. So thank you again for listening. This is again Q&A Wednesdays from our channel. So please enjoy the other videos here and give us a like, comment down below, or subscribe to this channel to help us out to know how we're doing.